Okay, end of Tomb King's turn 4. The archers moved into the building to try and get away from the charge from the sword masters. The Sphinx charged into the dragon princes. The Tomb Guard reformed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The magic phase, I managed to get off the 5-up ward save for the skeletons. Unfortunately, there's a dimensional cascade, and I lost 3 skeletons. I think I killed a dragon prince with the big explosion. Luckily, the Lich himself survived, even though he took a wound from the template itself. So he's sitting on 1 wound now. I also managed to cast Righteous Smiting before that, which gave me the 4 extra attacks with the Tomb Guard on there, which helped out. Didn't get any killing blows, but did manage to kill the last dragon prince and put a wound on the BSB. But he passed his break test, so he's just holding to stand. What else? The Caval's fired again, completely missed the Sword Masters again. Managed to take a wound this time from one of the missed. Well, in fact, they both misfired, that's what happened. So, yeah. So they're not really paying for themselves this game. The Chariots managed to beat this chariot, did 2 wounds to it, and sent it packing, which is that's good. These guys did some shooting. I'm not sure, did they kill 1?
Yeah, 1.
Yeah, they killed 1, so yeah, result. This combat, yeah, it was a bit of a pillow fight, but he did manage to kill 1 of my skeletons. He just, well, as I said, he chomped down on the dragon princes, so the BSB left with 1 wound. Yeah, so it's looking pretty good, but maybe Sign's got a trick up his hand. I mean, these guys are still dangerous as you like, really. So maybe they can do something. But yeah, that's the end of Tomb King's turn 4.
Right, end of High Elves turn 4. My chariot has managed to sort of come back into the fray, although he's not in such a great position. Sword Masters have charged into the skeleton archers that were in the building and taken them out. My chariot managed to gank his wizard, thank fuck, and put him down, so yeah, finally got rid of all those dirty magic phases. So yeah,
It's crumbling now.
Yeah, so all I need to do is hope that he starts rolling some fucking high leadership tests once in a while. And it mightn't go too badly, but yeah, the High Elf Noble dueling with the big old construct. He's basically just hanging in. The combat was a draw, so yeah, we're kind of, it's starting to look a bit edgy now, but we're getting there slowly. I've whittled him down a bit more, but it's still not looking good. There's still a nasty unit of Tomb Guard there, which I'm going to have severe trouble dealing with. So yeah, it's on to Tomb King's turn 5.
Okay, end of Tomb King's turn 5. The Chariots charged into the side of the Sword Masters. Unfortunately, I only rolled 4 impact hits, only got 2 wounds, and only managed to kill 2. The crew whiffed, and Sword Masters, well, actually they whiffed quite badly as well. There was only 2 of them fighting at the time, but they managed to kill 1 of the Chariots, so I lost quite a few attacks from that. And now they've reformed. Nothing strange there. This fought the BSB. The Tomb Guard whiffed. The BSB whiffed. But then the Sphinx got 1 attack through, and so I unfortunately managed to fail both his armour save and his ward save.
4 up.
Yep. And these guys, well, as was going to be pretty obvious, but they slaughtered the Reavers and just reformed to face this. And that was the end of my turn. So yeah, not too bad, but crumbling's going to hurt me quite a lot, and well, we'll see what happens. So that's the end of Tomb King's turn 5.
Okay, nice and short High Elf turn. Tyrannot Chariot here, turned around and scarpered. Sword Masters did 9 wounds to the remaining chariot, butchered it, and then reformed to face the enemy. As you can see there, the chariot has just split the 2 down the middle and scarpered. Well, this just sort of fired and jibbed a couple of dudes. So, yeah, pretty much it all hinges on what happens and whether Ollie can get some epic charges off or not. So yeah, it's on to the last turn. I thought I was going to quit, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because there's a possibility of stealing victory. So yeah, we shall have to see. So on to Tomb King's turn 6. Okay, end of Tomb King's turn 6, and these guys, they attempted to charge but failed it predictably. But then I had a magic phase, got the casket off, and managed to kill 6 guys. It's kind of rendered them almost useless now, and so I had the good sense to concede to the armies of King Emotep. Yeah, that was it was close. I fancied my chances of possibly pulling a win off if I could get a nice round of combat against them, but with losing 6 of those guys, it was just too much.
Yeah, like I was saying, that I mean, these guys had a pretty good chance of sorting them out, to be honest, because they're going to go first. They've got a hell of a lot of attacks with rerolls, and as we've seen, undead just evaporate after things like that. So there's a pretty good chance. So I kind of had to hedge my bets and just shoot the casket at them rather than just one of the chariots, because they were a genuine threat, and I just wanted to secure the win. But yeah, it was a wicked game. There was no point where I felt that anyone had a particularly cheesy unit or anything. It was just a really elegant game of manoeuvring and combat. Nothing destroyed anything else. Well, maybe that destroyed those Loathen Sea Guard, but it's a lesson that Sly's now learnt, and I'm sure he won't be doing that.
I kind of it's a bit of an obnoxious model, because you have to send something against it.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of a help it against this army.
Yeah.
Like a help it would be against Chaos.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. I mean, I really don't see too much of what to do against it. I mean, short of being a beady fucker and like giving a character the thing that makes him ethereal and then just charging him in.
Yeah, that would work.
that'd be pretty dirty, but
So the I don't know. Do breath weapons count as magical? I suppose they don't, do they? Unless it says they do.
It says in the rules.
Yeah.
The new.
That's a pretty good solution then.
Yeah.
So I think the pivotal part of the game really was obviously when the Loathen Sea Guard moved here and the Tomb Guard charged in, because not only was it a bad move by Sai, and then my Tomb Guard managed to killing blows general, but it also left me really open at the back for my Lich Priest, and he managed to get units in behind and kill me. So that one move was probably the most pivotal part of the game. We all made mistakes in certain areas and that, but I think that was the defining moment of the game. Bit gutted I didn't really use my chariots as well as I hoped, only because of his chariot getting in the way. That was so. I think this guy did amazing actually, because he really irritated me.
Both chariots, I think, did pretty.
Yeah, they're both
well.
involved in combat. I mean, that one ganked the Lich Priest, didn't it? So
yeah, killed the general, wiped out the general's unit. Yeah, he did all right. I mean,
I think most of my units all did something relatively useful. I mean, even the casket did something in the end. The worst guy of the match for me were the Screaming Skull catapults, who managed to miss the Swordmasters pretty much the whole game, and then managed to just crumble. So they did nothing. I think, the Tomb Guard kicked ass. The Tomb Guard who slotted his mage is probably my man of the match. But I mean, that was mainly down to luck, and I think the real workhorse for me was the Sphinx. Absolutely sorted out the Loathen Sea Guard, and then went on to take out the BSB and the Dragon Princes.
Yeah.
So I think he's the boy for this game.
Yeah, that guy's gonna be hard to deal with.
Oh, and the Necropolis Knights as well. That was really a learning curve. Is just don't charge Dragon Princes with them, especially when Sai's rolling. Rolling boxcars.
I got pretty lucky and.
I mean, you were strength 3, weren't you? And you just got like 6 wounds on them. Utterly destroyed them, but that's fair enough. I don't think Necropolis Knights are bad because of that. It's just a learning curve for me, and stay away from Sai when he's feeling lucky. So
Thankfully, that's rare.
Yeah, it's very rare. But yeah, a wicked game. I really enjoyed that. It's so nice to play against an army that isn't Skaven as well. You know, we've been playing a lot of games against Skaven and Warriors, and it's just nice to have a change, you know.
Yeah, man.
With a more elegant army. So, see what Si has to say about the game.
Yeah, well, I pretty much same kind of feeling. The bolt thrower, well, at first I was moaning. I don't really see the point in it. 100 points, but it does help if you bloody read what your manual says. Because I was going off of the old rules from back in the 90s. So volley fire was 4 shots. Well, of course it isn't. It's 6. So yeah, I didn't take that into account, unfortunately. So yeah, it's not too bad. 6 strength 4 hits, -2 save modifier. That's not too shabby. And for 100 points, might be a little overcosted, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I might find that it's maybe better spent on maybe a few more Dragon Princes or a few more Sword Masters or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, definitely interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I was a bit gutted about the middle there. I forgot what Killing Blow did. I forgot that it removed all the wounds and not just ignored armour. And yeah, naturally, when put against a 4-up ward save to save my guy, that's like guaranteed fail. As also the BSB learned his lesson with a 4-up armour save and a 4-up ward. You know, you kind of figure 1 wound, I've got a pretty good chance of saving that, but yeah, wasn't to be. So yeah, I don't think I did too bad. I made a few silly mistakes. I could have saved the BSB. I think. I think if I'd probably sent the BSB off in a different direction and left the Dragon Princes to their fate, instead of accepting that the whole unit was gone to their fate, then yeah, I probably could have kept the BSB moving about, and he would have been pretty useful for helping.
You could have even. I know the catbots didn't do much, but I mean, you could have charged out of them to attack them, and then you could have just marched the Dragon Princes up like you did anyway.
Yeah, I kind of contemplated that. I should have maybe thought. I even did think about just sending the Dragon Princes in, which probably would have been a bit better move, because it would have then left this guy kind of pissing in the wind a bit. But you know, that's the way it is. I was kind of glad I kind of ganked his wizard in the end, but it came sort of a magic phase too late. I mean, he had an unrestrained magic phase, which kind of buffed him up pretty nicely, and got it.
Managed to capitalise by blowing himself up.
Yeah, it was true. Yeah,
survived it. But
it did wounded.
Did kill a Dragon Prince.
Yeah, killed a Dragon Prince and killed one of my dudes as well. So I was a little bit gutted there, but. Yeah, that was a good game. I was actually surprised. I mean, if I counted it, and if I'd then just gone for points denial at the end, I think I had 620 on the battlefield versus I think Ollie had about 800-ish. So it was close. I mean, he got his extra 100 points for ganking me general, but yeah, it was a pretty close fought thing. So I think what we've both agreed on is. We're going to do a bit of a what if. So if I'd say managed to dispel the casket of souls or something like that, then what would have happened if I'd managed to try and charge? What most likely happened is I rolled a double 1 and failed my charge by ½ an inch. At which point then you'll just see me moaning like a bastard in a minute.
An alternative ending where you rage quit.
Yeah. Yeah, where you just see me dumping all my models outside and go and sit in front of Rift. But yeah, well, so we're going to see what happens. So we could probably video it actually, just to see what goes on. So I'll let Ollie do the videoing.